Everybody, we are back with another review, and today we got a really cool video. This is one of my personal favorites. This is something that is a collection that as soon as I saw it drop, I put it together as fast as I could because I knew not only is the price going to extremely increase on these, let alone the scarcity, and you're also going to get less minted boxes in circulation as well. So without further ado, let's hop right into this review because today we're checking out something that is an ad icon. We got Smokey the Bear. So we got the Smokey the Bear trio here, and we're going to take them out of box and we're going to check them all out. We're going to kind of compare them. So there is actually probably a fourth one that needs to go right here, which would be the Funko Shop exclusive, which would be the sticker completionist version of this lineup here. But today we have the GameStop one, which is going to basically be an inventory drop from the Funko Shop over to GameStop. And then GameStop basically their pops are all like $11.99 or below when it comes to singular pops like this, even if it's an exclusive. But since this was a Funko Shop inventory drop, these were $14.99 at GameStop. So sticker aside, it's the same pop, but again, if you're a completionist, there's going to be a fourth one here for this wave, and it's going to be the Funko Shop exclusive stickered pale Smokey the Bear. So with all that being said, let's check these out of the box. So this is a set that once I saw this thing drop, I said, you know what, I don't normally collect ad icons, but there are a few that I do have in my collection. And when I saw Smokey the Bear drop, I was like, boop, grabbing it. So we're going to start off with the common one. This one, even though it is common, it's still actually kind of hard to find. You can find them on websites, but if you go out in person to go source this particular pop, it's going to be hard to find this one out in the wild. Now, all of these I did end up procuring out in the wild, which is great. So, but this one, again, this was $12.50. I believe I grabbed this one at Hot Topic. I think this one was at Hot Topic. Let me check the bottom of this one. Yeah, okay, so the barcode stickers are the same, so I did grab this one at Hot Topic. Obviously, I got the GameStop one at GameStop, but this was Smokey the Bear, and they were doing like, I believe they were doing 3 for $27, which put the pops at like $9 a piece, but this Smokey the Bear was not qualified for that because I believe he was the $14.50 one, and it was like 13 and under or something. I don't know. They had a weird pricing structure on it where there were like certain exclusives at Hot Topic that were $14.50, and then there were other ones that were not. So there was like older con exclusives there that were $14.50 from NYCC and SDCC, which is weird. But anyway, this one right here is going to be just the common one that you can get, I believe, at most stores. I don't think you're going to find this one at Target or Walmart or anywhere that's like a large big box store. Maybe, I don't think you'll find it at Best Buy, but GameStop, Hot Topic, Box Lunch, Barnes & Noble, you'll probably find Smokey the Bear comics if you're looking for them. So here is Smokey right here. So it's Smokey with shovel, and I do like the look that they gave him. He's got the classic jeans on. He's got the Smokey belt buckle. He's got the shovel. He's holding that upright, which is pretty cool. Paint up on the belt a little jacked up in the back over here. And then I also noticed like the O on Smokey looks a little bit smoky, if you would. It looks like it almost got some fire damage on the rim of his hat right there under the O and the K. So very interesting on that. But other than that, I think they did a great job with the glue application on this. There's no frosting on this particular pop. And by frosting, you're going to see what I mean when we get into the other two boxes. But overall, Smokey's a little off-center here on his belt buckle. His belt paint app is a little bit But other than that, pretty dope pop. This is a great pop for good photo opportunities out in the wild, which is great. Actually out in the wild, not out in the wild like hunting for pops. But let's check out the next one, which is going to be the flocked version of the one we just checked out, which is the shovel. And actually, let's see this. What do we got here? Smokey the Bear common is 41,726. Smokey Bear with shovel pop C1. There's that C1 again. So we're actually going to check out to see if the numbers are going to be different or if there's anything actually different with the coding on the bottom of this. Now again, this is the Hot Topic exclusive flocked Smokey Bear, and he was just a little bit more money, but so was obviously the GameStop one. Now I believe that's also partly the back of the box. I checked out, partly I believe it's part of the fact that it's owned by the US government and the US Department of Agriculture. And the Forest Service. So I imagine there's a lot of people that this license had to pay out to, so that could be the reason why the pops are a little more money as well. So, but he is 44,862 Smokey Bear with Shovel Flocked Pop C1. So again, we got a 41,000 with regular Smokey, 44,000 with the flocked Smokey the Bear. Now, I'm starting to tend towards the fact that 40,000 number isn't how many pops they actually have in creation, which, I mean, at this point, who would know? But I think it's actually how many products they have in their system, because that must have something to do with their graphic creation process. But anyway, here's the flocked Smokey the Bear, where we have Smokey is lined up front and center with his belt buckle. We have the belt paint app is superb on this one. Actually, the whole paint app is amazing on the pants and the cuffs, and the shovel also mixing in and getting right to the point where it hits the flocking. So it's perfect in regards to that. Now, flashing in regards to the glue, what I was talking about is, you see how there's like little white spots around his eye, and there's some right up here where they glued his hat on? That is like flashing or frosting from a quick dry adhesive glue, like a super glue, if you would, something like that. So that's what you're getting when you have stuff like that. Now that's something that you really can't get off, because that's hardened onto the flocking, and that's on there forever. So this might be something where I pick up another one of these just to not have that flashing on there. But again, needless to say, it was difficult to grab these in the store. These were something that everyone wanted to grab, these flocked Smokey the Bears, so they were gone, and there was only a few left, and this was the nicest conditioned box that they had there. So I grabbed it, and I actually didn't see these until later on when I was peering in the box at home, and I was like, that sucks. But needless to say, pretty dope. Let's check out them next to each other. He's a little bit of a different shade of brown, the flocking, but this is more of like a reddish brown, more of like a pale brown, but definitely cool having a flocked Smokey Bear. I mean, they flocked his teeth. I mean, shout out to Funko. This is definitely a cool pop, and this is going to make some great photo opportunities as well. Let's check out his head. His head turns just like the other one, which is great. The flocking doesn't really obstruct anything, so we'll put him aside right there. Now the next one is going to be, now I wonder if they're going to do a flocked with pale. I don't know, but here is the pale. This was, again, originally a Funko Shop exclusive, which dropped online, and I imagine they did an inventory dump specifically to GameStop. So this was dropped with Smokey the Bear common. So we got 41,727, and this one is 41,726. So they're in series. So in this situation, they were probably in series and designed right after each other. But this is Smokey Bear with bucket pop C1. There's that C1 again. And then here is Smokey the Bear with Pail. How sick is this? So this is a little pail he's got instead of the shovel, and you got only you. So literally the pop is exactly the same as the other Smokey the Bear, minus the fire damage on the Smokey. But, you know what I'm saying? It's basically the same pop. His hand is just in a different position. It's literally like this versus this, and he has a little pail in his hand, which is cool. It's a little bit different, and again, it makes for a little bit more of a different photo opportunity. Look, it's even got like splooshing water in there. It's got little ripples of water in there. It's splooshing around in the bucket as it's waving back and forth. So pretty dope on that. This again has, you can see around the mouth there, you can see some more frosting, and a little bit around the top of that eye right there, you can see some more of the frosting. It's like that white powdery look. That is, again, a byproduct of using a quick dry adhesive glue. And then basically, even if you don't get it on the outside, it's just like the fumes or something that it emits, because you can see there is no glue there, but there is that white part there, which I imagine would be able to get wiped off with some kind of a solvent. But when it comes to like the flockage on this pop and getting that flashing on the flockage like that, I don't think you're going to be able to remove that, and I wouldn't advise anyone to try to remove it or to cut it out, because you're going to end up ruining the flockage and it's going to look worse. So just let it relax on that one. But something like this can be removed with a solvent. You just need to get a little bit on a rag or even a Q-tip and just kind of scoot it underneath and around the mouth. So but that's an easy cleanup job. And again, don't use a too harsh of abrasive solvent, because you will start removing the paint from Smokey's mug and you can mess it up even worse. So again, if you don't know what you're doing, just leave it as it is and put it back in the box. And if you're not satisfied with it, then just buy another one and get that in your collection. But again, these are really cool pops. I think it's cool. Look at all the Smokey hats. These are some really cool pops to have in your collection, especially if you're an ad icon collector, because these are definitely, I think, one of my favorite ad icons that I've picked up so far. I have I believe the most recent flocked one that I got was the Target dog. That one's kind of cool. I have that in 10" too. So I'd say that was probably my favorite ad icon before I got the Smokey the Bear. But yeah, Smokey is now going to make a great home in my collection. So did he make a home in your collection? Do you have all 4 of the Smokey Bears, or do you only have 3? And let me know down in the comments below what you think of Smokey Bear, and give it a thumbs up if you like this video. Want more content like this? You want me doing more sets like this where I do reviews of like all the variants of a particular pop? Let me know down in the comments below, and subscribe for more, because I do reviews every single day, so look out for that, and have a great rest of your day.